how's it going? I'm Carly D. I've been playing a lot of Adam Young songs throughout my life. This one's one of my favorite. Someone asked for a tutorial and how I play it. And so the basics here are capo on 2. I want to make sure that every note rings clear. And then all the tabs that I show are from reference, assuming this is 0. So if I'm talking 2, that's 0, 1, 2. I'll go through each section, each guitar. There's 2 guitars. On section 1, 4 bars, I like to loop that on a loop pedal and then play some octaves over top, but I'll go through all the details in just a second. So thanks for stopping by. This is the full section 1 guitar one. You'll want to start from the top left, move to the top right, then go to the bottom left to the bottom right. It sounds like this. Section 1 guitar 1, I like to hold the chords, just 4 with the ring finger, the A string, index finger on the D string for 2, and then my pinky on the 4 for the G string, and just rotate down and up. The next part, I like to let go of the 4 with my ring finger, and then bar with the index. So. In this little part, double 0 on the E with your thumb. And then you want to pull off from 4 to 2. I like to use my ring finger, the index. And then the next part, sliding 4 to 6, I like to slide up with my ring finger, which leaves my index to slide back down. So that's at 4, 6, 4, 2. And now I'm back in place to just reset my ring and pinky finger on the 4s to just repeat that. On the next part, similar starting. But now the final riff there, instead of sliding up with the 6s and 4s, just want the double 0 on the E. 4 pull off to 2, and then this part I usually use my ring finger for 4. And then on the G string, use my index for 2, 1, and then I put my middle finger for 2 back on the D string. So. It's not as easy to loop back in, but then I try to quickly replace my middle finger with my index, and then I put my ring and pinky back on 4. This third part's just a repeat of that first one, so again. And the fourth and final part for guitar 1, start the same way you always have been. And we just have an octave here, so 0 on the E string to 2 on the D string. So it sounds like. So all of guitar 2, section 1, looks like this. You want to go from the top left to the top right, bottom left, bottom right. This is what it'll sound like. For the second guitar, really here I'm just holding octaves. So you could play it with just the bass note. But it's nice to get the full clear sound using the octaves. So for those that don't know octaves, if you're on the first 2 strings, it's really just 2 frets over, 2 strings down. So that's the octave. But if you're on any of the other strings, so the D string or the G string, it's 2 strings down but 3 frets over. So that's an octave. And that's all this really is. So the pattern there is a slide. So starting from 2 on the D string, 5 on the B string, you want to slide up 2, and then start there and slide up 2 again. I like to hit this bass note again in between, that's 6, and then just play it back down. So and then a rotating here for the octaves. So 2 on the A string, the 4 on the G string, back to 2 on the D string, 5 on the B string. So that part, and all of it together. Second part of that, again with the octaves, but this time we're just going to drop down. So 2 on the D string, 5 on the B string. Drop the 5 down to a 4 using your ring finger. And then the next part. So I broke it down into 2 faster notes, sets of notes there. So 5 down to the 4. Let's repeat that first part of the octaves. So and the final part of section 1, guitar 2, you're still holding the octaves, but this time you're individually hitting the notes. So then you want to slide up 2. So hit that 2 and slide to the 4. Just hold the same octave pattern, just so you can quickly hit that 7. So that's at 2, 5, 2, 5, and back down. That final note, I like to hit the bass again because it gives a bit of finality to the whole set. So that's why it's written twice on that 2 at the end. This is what it'll sound like slow. So the whole section 2, guitar 1, looks like that. I'm just playing it in full. So the first guitar on the second section, in general, you'll want to hold this E major chord. So that's the 0, 2, 2, 1. That's your basic root for all of this, but you might have to mix up the fingering just to get the walk down, which is the 4 bass note, 0 to 2, that you can see on the A string. It's again another rotation, so for holding 4 with your pinky finger on the A string, middle finger on 2 on that D string, and then your index on the 1 on the G string, you want to rotate. So just 4, 2, 1, 2. Then I let go of the bass note to hit that 0 on the A string. So the hard part here, you want to quickly jump to E major. So that's at 0, 2, 2, 1. But you want to hit this bass note twice. It's kind of like resets the beat. And then you want to do, you can see it just goes D string, A string, G string, D string, B string, D string. So you can just hold the E major. Once more. So that thing in full. The final part here resets to your pinky on 4, middle finger on 2 on the D string, and then 1 on the G string. So 1, 2, 4. A little awkward, but I usually put my thumb pretty low to be able to hit that. Just to rotate again. Drop down to the 0 by letting go. And then you reset back to the E major chord at 0, 2, 2, 1. This time it's not a double bass note, it's just a rotation. So 2 on the A string, and then I like to do a middle finger, index finger bass on the rundown. So 2, 1, 2, 2, and then a similar ending, that 1, 2, 0, 2. Thanks for stopping by. That was my first guitar tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about any of the other songs that I play on my channel, just let me know. I can go through, break down all the tabs and how I play it, maybe a few tricks here and there on how to hold specific chord positions. But anyways, thanks so much for stopping by, and have a wonderful day.